Hello and welcome to Living Social Justice. So we're a few weeks into 2016 and in today's session we're going to be looking at how we stay committed to the changes that we want to have happen this year. And of course this is 2016, it's a presidential election year, so for people committed to social justice, this is a great time because it is a year where on average more people pay attention to politics, yay, and hopefully more people are paying attention to the issues that you're working on and that you care about. So today's session we're going to be working on how to stay committed to the changes that you want to make this year, and they can be personal changes, political changes, career changes. It can be everything from starting a new campaign to getting married to wanting to lose weight to getting a new job, changing your career path. So what I've been talking to my clients about since the end of last year till now is really about how to stay committed to this change. And so I'm going to share with you an exercise that I like to use. And for this exercise, I want you to concentrate on just one change. And you could do one change for the exercise. And if you have other changes that you want to do, you could go back and do it for each exercise. So thinking about the change that you want to have happen, the first thing I want you to think about is what is the context for this change? How is this change coming about? Is the change something that you feel like you are in control of, or was it thrust upon you? And this is really helpful for you to think about how to go forward and how to commit to the change. So let's take example, you're starting a new job. You could be starting a new job because you were in your last job and you naturally felt like you learned all that you could learn, and you spent your time and you researched and you found a new position where you think that you're going to be challenged and you're really excited as you're entering into this. Or you could be starting a new job because you got fired from your last job and you're feeling lucky that you found something new, but you're still reeling from the experience of having been fired. So understanding the context of how you're entering into the job is really important for how you're going to proceed and meet this new challenge that you have in front of you. So asking yourself the question is really important because it helps you to refocus and reframe how you can get control of the situation. And we all have automatic responses to how we act, especially in times of stress. So thinking through how you can regain control of a situation is helpful for you to think through what are the mechanisms that you can do and put in place to gain that control. So in a scenario, using the scenario that I previously stated, if you were fired from your last job and find yourself in a new job, you might want to institute regular reviews. And this way you can keep abreast of how you're doing and performing. It also is a good indicator to your supervisor that you're really committed to this new job and that you're using this as a learning opportunity from what happened in the past to gain control around what you can do better in the future. This also helps to make it clear that you're invested in learning and growing in your new position as well. So after working on the context, ask yourself the next question, which is, what is motivating you for this change? And this is important. Please write this down. So list all the reasons why you're making this change. And even if the change is thrust upon you, still come up with reasons why you're making this change. And after you write down that list, the next question is, what is motivating you to stay in this change? So this is important because this is the plan that will keep you on track for making these changes. So I'll provide a link to the exercise plan as well, and that will help you as you're building your plan to keep you moving forward. But you want to include things like what are your goals, and look at your timeline. and any mini timelines or mini steps that you need to have in place to keep that going. You also want to ask yourself if you have a backup plan. And what is your plan for looking at revisions or having to change at some point along the line? So how are you going to address that? And also you want to ask yourself in building this plan, what is your plan for support? And support is so important. This is a way of having, even if you don't have someone to work with you on this change, you want to at least have people in your life that you can share the plan with and talk it through, both your successes and any obstacles that you're having. And this is so important that I tell people, even if you have pets, at least tell your pets that if you don't have another human being to talk to about it, or you don't want to share it with another human being. It's just important the practice of articulating and saying out loud what your plans are and how they're going, and just to do that kind of check-in. So definitely get support for your plan. And next, what I want you to do is think about what are you afraid of about your change, and write that down. And here's the kicker. After you write that down, I want you to think about what are the common threads between your fear and your excitement about this change. And understanding what that link is for you between fear and excitement is really important, because it will help you move between both emotions. Both fear and excitement can be motivators, and they can be roadblocks to getting to your goals. And a lot of times we only think about excitement as positive and fear as negative, but that is not true. Fear can serve as a great motivator for people, and excitement, I've seen many times where excitement has been a roadblock for people because they have been so excited about what they're going to do that they've lived it out in their imaginations and they've never actually executed what they wanted to do. So you need to find those common links, and so know that when you're facing either one as an obstacle, you can switch between it and find something that'll work for you, that'll get you motivated to continue to move on. So thanks for tuning into this session. I would love to hear how this exercise worked out for you and what your common links of excitement and fear are. Please leave a comment below to let me know that. And download the exercise so that you can do that on your own for each change that you want to make. And subscribe to the channel to find out when the latest videos are coming up. And you can also like this video if you liked it. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time on Living Social Justice.